John Crow with a riddle in a madcap rhyme, here to reveal my mystery. In London town at the end of time, Johnny go down on history. "20 years ago, in 1996, I was working on a new project, and it was as if I had a visitation from the spirit of this place, who called herself the Goose, and I found myself that night writing a strange poem, and the poem grew into this work, The Southwark Mysteries. The more I immersed myself in the work, the more it seemed that I'd actually had a calling in some way to protect this place and to project a vision of this place that would transform it. The importance of the shrine is not only to commemorate what's here, but to, in a sense, manifest a vision of how society can be transformed by allowing the energy and the imaginative force of outsiders of all kinds, because people who live on the edge have experiences that people who live safely in the middle have often no idea about. Along with the organizing principles of society, we also need the disorganized energies, the chaotic energies even. These are where poetry and art and often, one could argue, love itself comes from. What was always the intention was to protect an area of wildness, the wild, the feminine, all these elements that in a way seem contradicted by what's happening here, by a very masculine vision of thrusting skyscrapers. Never stumble when he trips, mad clown of the poca, 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 hey ho, a jolly Jack Crow and his merry, merry band of outlaws. Oh. Over the last 12 years, we've met every single month on the 23rd at the gates, and it's an act of remembrance, but it's also an act of solidarity. We're going to begin by inviting someone to hold the light. I think Birgit Deadly Glamour, will you hold the light for us? We are all of us brief sparks in the dark. We spark and then we're gone. But for that moment, we're here forever.
When we're just standing here and congregating, there's suddenly, at some point, you just feel this immense sense of stillness that comes over you and just is across the whole thing. You may have felt it yourself, and it definitely feels like there's a spirit connection. Yeah.
I think it evolves because life evolves, doesn't it? And as we all lose people, it is a very special place to come and say goodbye to friends and be united in that fact that life does go on.
I think it's great, the whole history of the old graveyards for the poor, the unwanted in fact, and remembering them.
Why not? Okay, but that makes sense.
That's my wife. It's my wife there who I lost in 1st of October this year. She was diagnosed and 33 days later she died. A very, very short illness. And this place means such a lot to me. There's such a lot of love and help. You just feel like you're embraced. It's wonderful.
Dad died when I was young. My brother got schizophrenia, and then I became a single parent living in a squat. And I've never managed to be in the mainstream really. And then my own children have now got things wrong with them, like medical conditions. So I feel this is a place where anyone can go. You don't have to be a successful entrepreneur to come here.
Life! Life! Health! Health! Happiness! Happiness! Open pathways! Open pathways!